Alright, y'all, before I say anything else in this video, I just want the people out there to know this video is in no way, shape, and form for me to discredit the game. It's no way for me to try to expose the game. Shit, I'm a game fan. I've been a game fan ever since the fucking documentary dropped. And he was killing the mixtape game at that time. But I always knew the truth of what happened. And the game always lied about it. Always tried to, say that, basically act like the shit never happened. And for all those people out there that, if you never heard of me, you don't know who I am, I'm from California. The Foxhills Mall, especially if you've been staying in LA, Watts, Compton, you definitely know what goes down at the Foxhills Mall. And it's not just to buy some fucking clothing. Okay? My only problem with the game is he has to understand that getting knocked out don't make you less of a fucking man. Hold up 1 second. Hold up, people. I ain't finna edit shit. I'm finna keep this shit rolling because I'm finna get to a point. But getting knocked out don't make you less of a fucking man. Mike Tyson been knocked out several times. He's still one of the baddest men on the fucking planet when it comes down to boxing. So, I don't know why Gang feel like he just can't keep it real and just come out and say, you know what, I got caught. I got caught, and it happens. Like it really does happen. Damn near every fighter has been dropped or knocked out before. Damn near. If you've been doing it long enough. Somebody gonna put you down. Now I know you guys are probably like, get to the fucking point. I am finna get to my point. But for me, good storytelling requires the little things. I could have easily just went straight to the point, you guys. But good storytelling requires the little things. Because the little things lead to the big things. That's why the little things in the story matter the most. Because I want to feel like you guys was there with me. Okay? Now, was I there when the game got punched? When Rosemo punched the game? No, I wasn't. Was I there when Rosemo approached the game? No, I wasn't. And let me also, before I even say that, let me give you 2 reasons why I'm just now coming out with this story. Number 1, I'm 10 years older now, and I feel like being a big boxing fan and shit like that, I just don't feel like a motherfucker has to lie about getting knocked out. Reason number 2, I was always biased for the game. Growing up, I was a big game fan. You guys have to understand, you guys, I'm 28 now? At the very time, I was 18. When this shit happened, I was 18, 19. I was a young cat. Super young. So I'm like, I was biased for the game. And I didn't see it happen myself. Now, if I would have seen it happen myself, that'd be different. But back in my day, I used to stay at the Foxhills Mall. I used to stay up there. And to be real with you, at that time, I used to go up there for trouble too. It wasn't just to buy clothing. That's probably one of them. Of course, bitches be at the Foxhills Mall. It's unpredictable at the fucking Foxhills Mall. And this is an example of it. But Rosemo did not lie about nothing he said in this story. Only thing I didn't like was Rosemo 700 made it seem like it was just him and Ice Burgundy that approached the game. No, it wasn't. And for the game to stand his ground like that, I give the man props. Because Rosemo 700 had at least 13 goons with him that day. Not saying he needed it. Not even saying he wanted it. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers are there to be nosy, etc., etc. And we all knew it was Bloods, Pyrus in the mall that day. So we knew something was going on. We just didn't know it was going to be involved in the rapper game. I didn't even know the rapper Game was in the fucking building until afterwards. The mall was packed that day. Come on, you guys. It's people out there. I know if you see this video, you know I'm speaking facts. So, you know, I heard a lot of commotion and I started to see guys run. I started seeing, like, you know, some blood dudes running. That's when I got noticed that, okay, something just happened. I didn't see Rosemont 700, but I seen some blood. And at the same time, oh, let me restate this. Let me clear this up. I didn't know who Rosemont 700 was at the time, so I could have seen him and didn't realize it because I seen this video after it happened, of course, and I didn't know who Rosemont 700 was. So when I seen, you know, the blood dudes running this shit, I knew that they did something that wasn't supposed to be done. Okay, so you know how people in the mall, they're following the commotion, they're trying to, you know, we're trying to be nosy and see what the fuck happened. So it has been reported, everybody's talking about the game got jumped, the game got jumped, the game got jumped. Oh, because the reason people said the game got jumped, because the way they gather game, you would have thought that they were gonna jump game. I'm just being real. And to be honest with you, the story of him getting jumped could have probably remained that way. But what the people don't know is it was actual footage of this situation once upon a time. I think that the game paid some type of money to get those footages removed. And not only that, by the time I got there, oh my God, it was impossible to actually see the game because it was so many people gathering the game. It wasn't even fucking funny. It had to have been like 1,000 people gathering game. You know, you looking over people's shoulder. There's no way in hell you wasn't gonna get a clear visual of game. The only way I found out what really happened, stayed there. You know, me being nosy at the time, being a game fan, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was more starstruck than anything. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm trying to get an autograph and some extra shit. But I would never forget this day. It was a Mexican essay. You know, whenever you hear about something, the closest you're going to get to hearing about the story is seeing who was right there. It was a Mexican essay who was explaining what went down from the truth to the end. I mean, he was telling me the truth from beginning to the end. Right. He said that he was going to approach the rapper game to ask him for an autograph. Then like 13 dudes approached game. Okay? This is another reason, you guys, I told you that I found out that the game didn't get jumped. I found out he got actually knocked the fuck out. So, and the game would have been pussy that day. They would have let him slide. But the game turned up on their ass, which I respect game for standing his ground. Be honest with you, I still respect game even though he got knocked out. Because we don't look down at somebody just because they've been knocked out. So I remember this essay who was there, who seen the whole thing. This, you know, afterwards, you're asking people what happened. Several people told me the game got knocked out. They didn't say who did it, but they said some blood knocked out the game. That was the rumors in the mall. You had some people saying, oh, that the rapper game got jumped. You had some people saying he got knocked out. You had some people saying all type of shit. It was different rumors going in the air. But I really just feel like all those people were just going off other rumors. I wanted to talk to the source. So it was his Mexican Southside. I'll never forget this day. He said he was going to ask game for an autograph until he see dudes approaching the game. He said they got to arguing for a minute. Then Rosemont 700 moved Ice Burgundy out the way, approached game, socked him 3 times like he said, and the game fell, hit the back of his head on the fucking ground, hard as shit. You know game is big and tall, so the bigger you are, the harder you fall, okay? So it could have really been the knock to the ground while he was really asleep. But the essay told me the rapper Game just got knocked. He thought they were gonna jump him, but they didn't. It was one dude that punched the Game, which is obviously this dude. It was one dude that punched the Game, and he said he was just standing there shocked the whole time. Thought he was fucking dreaming that the rapper Game just went to sleep. And Rosemo 700 is known as a fat boy. So when Rosemo 700 is telling the story, one thing I did not like that Rosemo did, he made it seem like it was just him and Ice Burgundy, when it was clearly more than just him and Ice Burgundy. It was like 13, 14 dudes with Rosemo. Not saying he wanted them there, not saying he needed them there, but that's just a fact. So it was no way you could have talked to the Game to ask him questions about this, because there was so many people surrounding Game, including police, and the ambulance actually showed up for the fucking Game. When the fuck do you know the ambulance is coming through for a fucking knockout? I mean, come on now. But when he told me that, when the SA guy told me that, the Southsider told me that, I just said, wow. So that's why when the commotion happened that day, everybody was so distraught. Everybody was so confused, because it was like no way in hell the Game just got knocked out by one person, and he don't got no bodyguards with him. He ain't got no type of protection with him. So I just always thought that shit was crazy. And one more thing before I get off this video. I was so biased for the Game. I was thinking like, man, this Mexican dude might be lying. But then as you really think of it, and I heard other people seeing the footage, it was all matching up to this Mexican dude was telling me the truth the whole fucking time. You guys, if I was lying, that's another reason I wasn't gonna make this video, because I'm like, who the fuck is gonna believe me? Then I thought to myself, you know what? Who gives a fuck if they believe me? As long as the truth is out there, and we all know what's really good.